If you're looking for the fastest, cheapest, and most reliable coins on the market, be sure to check out AOEAH.com. Use discount code DSG at checkout for 3% off your order. Link is in the description and the pinned comment down below. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the SG Ercommage today with another Madden 23 video. And today I'm going to be talking about how to get coins right now in Madden 23. In case you guys didn't know, here in the channel, all I do is talk about no money spam methods. So if you guys are looking for coins, training points, or XP, this is the place to be. Because like I said, all I do is post no money spam methods. As always, if you guys have any questions on what I talk about in today's video, make sure to comment down below, and I'll answer comments as soon as possible. So today, we have a lot of interesting things to talk about. We have training variety packs. We have a few different coin methods that I found within the game with TVPs being in the game. And, with TVPs, it's going to be the main focus of the video, not the whole focus. But just a quick disclaimer about TVPs. Unless you pull Flacco, or, you pull the other LTD, I forget who it was, Kim Kardashian, or you pull Brady. If you pull any of those guys right there, you're probably not going to make profit. But I do have a little way for you guys to potentially make decent profit off some of these TVPs, just from my personal experience and the data that I've gathered so far. So with all this stuff being said, let's dive into the video. So how I would start off, right? Most of you guys probably don't have 14 million coins. That's totally fine. I want to help you get to that point. Most of you guys probably are actually under, 500K to a million. So here's the deal, right? This is how I would start right now. And that's just getting to about 30 to 40K. That's really all you need to get started with this before we dive into TVPs. I'm going to show you guys a couple different snipe methods. The servers today are slower than Tom Brady run for a first down, okay? They are really bad. We talk about this on the channel. The servers are run by hamsters on wheels. And sometimes the hamsters get cramps. Maybe they're running overtime. I don't know what's going on. So, let's just get back into the game. Talk to you guys when I'm back. So what we want to do is we want to come in here and buy 90 to 91 overall reduxes. This is not the only filter, but it is just one of the filters we're going to talk about today. And we're just sniping and reposting these cards. These are kind of good value right now for trading, but they are also very easy to snipe and repost. These cards are going to get put up a lot and consistently on the market, which is always good when you're sniping cards. You want to get quick cards to buy and sell. And, also the great thing about it is these cards sell very quickly. So that's another good thing. Obviously when you're making coins fast, you want your cards to sell when you put them back up. Make sure you filter by newest and keep going on all offense or all defense. You can sell these 91s for 55. Sometimes even 60K, and you can buy them as low as 40K sometimes. So these cards can actually get, ran pretty cheap. These 90s, you're basically looking for anything under like 31K. You can sell these 90s for 35 to even 40K sometimes. So both of these cards here on this filter are very good cards to snipe and repost. You're going to see a lot of them. They're going to sell fast, and you can kind of overprice them when you put them back on the market, which is great for making profit off some of these cards. The next one I would talk about, and this is the only other sniping filter that's good right now. It's going to produce the same amount of profit, so it's not really necessarily better than the previous one I just showed you, but it's still a decent method, and that is just this 92 to 93 overall filter here. You can sell the 92s. Well, if we see here, let's see if the prices have changed. But you can sell these 92s for 80 to, the low 80s. And, high 70s, low 80s, stuff like that. And you can buy these cards for sometimes in the low 60s. You can actually snipe these cards for fairly cheap, and you're going to see a lot of them on the market, like I said, because of TVPs being back in the game. People are pulling a lot of these packs. So this is two great filters here to look at. The 93s, I forgot to mention that. The 93s, anything under like 99K, this is kind of a hard one to sell and get for profit just because they're more expensive. We lose more coins on tax. But anything under like 99K, you can sometimes sell for like a little over 110, probably like 115. I don't like the 93s as much because they're a little more expensive. You lose a little bit more coins on tax, but it's still a decent filter. And if you see a good card, you might as well snipe it. So that is that. Now let's talk training variety packs. So like we said earlier, if you don't pull the two LTDs or Kim Kardashian or Tom Brady, you're probably not going to make profit off these unless you buy super cheap, which is what I'm going to talk about right now. So the training market right now, we are basically looking at, what are we looking at here? Let me check this thing here. So we're going to back up. I want to see what mud.gg has this as. I'm sure it's going to be fairly accurate. So that's kind of how we can base that. Usually it's give or take fairly close. So this says 2.81. It's kind of in like the low threes right now. Trading is at about 3.1-ish from what I've found so far. So trading definitely has gone up quite a bit since TVPs have been back in the game. But it is what it is, right? If you are going to buy training through TVPs, the problem is right now, these TVPs are kind of bad. I'm going to be totally honest. These TVPs are not that great. So just keep that in mind when you are looking to roll these, whatever. They are not that good. So what that means is we need to buy these for much cheaper than what the market is actually going for, which can sometimes be kind of hard. So with the market being at about 3.1, we kind of need to buy in like the mid twos because, like I said, TVPs are returning at about a 2.5 rate. So if we're going to break even just half the time, we need to buy at about 2.5. So, it's just kind of the way it is right now. Kind of difficult. But it's just, like I said, it's the way Madden is. I bought this. I overspent a little bit on this. I think on all this training I have here, I think I spent at around 2.8, 9-ish. So I did overspend a little bit, but we're going to see. We got an 88 Derrick Henry. That is a huge pull. Something else I'm noticing, okay? We are seeing a lot more 87s and 88 platinums out of these packs, which is obviously a good thing. Actually, funny enough, these cards right here, the Reduxes, are not as common. The common and the silver and green strategy items are much less common. And I've done about 3 million training today and not a single LTD. So it's a little disappointing right now. LTDs seem to be very rare. Obviously, Brady's extremely rare. He's 3 million coins. One thing about me, I'm extremely stubborn. I'm extremely competitive, and I want to do the best stuff I can. So with me right now, I'm probably going to keep opening TVPs as long as I don't lose too much until I pull Brady, and that's just the way it's going to be. I don't really want to spend 3 million for him. And if you have a lot of coins, I would say if you're anywhere around 10 to 14 mil, 10 to 15 mil or higher, it's okay to buy Brady. Because here's the thing, Brady is going to be the best QB in the game, at least until March, okay? End of February, he's going to be the best QB in the game. Maybe middle of March, he's probably still going to be the best QB in the game. And even still, if he's not the best, he's still going to be number 1 or 2, or number 2, 3, whatever. He's still going to be very usable. So if you want to spend 3 million coins and you're comfortable with that, that's a card that's going to last you pretty much a month, as well as it's a quarterback. If it was a wide receiver or an offensive lineman or really anyone on defense, there's another good pull right there. It probably wouldn't be worth it. But since we are buying a quarterback, the most important position in football and Madden, whatever, it's okay to overspend on a quarterback, I think. That's just my opinion. That's kind of how I look at this. We're not going to rip all this training because this is a lot of training right here. But that's just kind of my opinion on Brady. His AP situation is really good, especially at this point in the game. We still don't have all the discounted abilities that we want on our wide receivers, our tight ends, our offensive linemen, and our halfbacks. So having a quarterback that actually gets a lot of discounted abilities is really important for building our team, because then we can add more abilities to our skill positions or offensive line, whatever on offense. It makes things a lot easier and a lot more effective for us. So Brady, in terms of his AP and stuff like that, he seems to be extremely valuable, in my personal opinion. That's just the way it is. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you've used Brady, or if you pulled Brady, let me know down below. I want to hear about the LTD odds, how have your TVP's been. Mine, like I said, they've been fairly mid. I made profit on my first 2, and then I lost on my second 2. So it's been kind of weird. But I also have been buying my training for cheaper than the market is actually at. So that kind of makes sense why I would make profit the first 2 times. But even sniping my cards, I was still losing coins sometimes. So it's been very interesting experience so far. So we're going to see how things go. Pretty much on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to update you guys on how TVPs are looking. Are we in a good position? Are we in a bad position? Do they look good? Do they look bad? Whatever it may be, I'm just going to keep updating you guys. Are they good or bad? And especially with the current market rate, I know it's maybe kind of important to understand where the market's at. So, if you want to get good pulls or whatever, how to buy your training, if you want to rip TVPs, I understand. I'm going to try to get you guys as much market information on a daily basis as possible. One more fact about TVPs. The last ones only costed like 28 to 30K per pack if you were buying at a decent rate. These ones cost about 35K, so they are a little more expensive. Obviously, they're 3,000 training more, so they cost about 35 to 38K coins per pack. So they are more expensive, which sucks, but that's just the way it is. So I'm going to do like one more pack here, and we're going to do the outro. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. I'll be glad to help you guys out. With all this being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll talk to you later. Stay safe for me. Peace out.